Hi, I'm Holly Cates, personal stylist and style coach extraordinaire.
Hi, I'm Nolan Meter, celebrity stylist, shopping messiah, and accessory addict.
We are the best friends that you never knew that you needed. We are the industry insiders and fashion's odd couple. In both of our everyday lives and at industry events, we see the best and unfortunately the worst in clothing and style. We are fashion partners in crime dedicated to stopping the most heinous of all fashion crimes on the street, the runways, and beyond.
Join us as we take you inside our world, spilling the secrets of our experiences in the industry and inside our minds, judging people in the most loving way possible, most of the time, and stopping fashion criminals dead in their crocs. It's more important than just the do's and don'ts. Jump on the Hot Mess Express as we teach you how to be your best and most stylish self.
Hey, podcast world. This is the Fashion Crimes Podcast with your favorite personal stylist, Holly Cates. Hopefully the only Holly and the only personal stylist you love and trust. I with my stylist, my confidant, my rock, my best pal, my bestie, my best gay. What up, Nolan?
What's going on?
We're in the same house.
I know, this is it's so funny. It's so weird.
We're in the same house. We are in New York City. We are killing it. Nolan is killing it. Just wanted to give you an update on our latest adventures. I've been in town for 24 hours. New York has been, Nolan's been taking care of Schmutz in New York, which has been amazing. They've had lots of adventures. He said nobody would leave them alone in Bergdorf's. We've had a great time.
A lot of adventures. It's been great.
You've been a lady about town.
I have been all over the place. Well, let's be honest.
I mean, he's done some shopping for me.
I've done some shopping for me.
You've done some shopping for you. He is in love with the people at the frame store. We tore that up today.
She was like, I love that the woman ringing us out. She was calling to someone else, like in the back was packing. She's like, it's 11 items. I'm like, do you need to tell everyone that?
She was actually great.
She was fantastic. Now, my new best friend, Paige, my new best friend.
I was shopping for my client and then Nolan was shopping for me. It was a little awkward, but I was like, this is my stylist, but I'm a stylist too. And I'm shopping for someone else. And he said, it's a very unhealthy codependent relationship.
It's a lot of drinking.
Yeah, it's a lot of drinking. Like Nolan said, I'm too busy trying not to jump in traffic.
I'm too busy trying not to jump into oncoming traffic.
Nolan has been on an emotional roller coaster.
I've been on an emotional roller coaster this week. So,
what else is new?
What else is new? But it was kind of funny. We were just at dinner and Holly's like, I bought something. She goes, oh, I have to Venmo you. And I was like, I'm not really interested right now. I'm too busy worrying about dying alone. So that was normal.
That's not funny. But anyway, I
felt like Debbie Downer on SNL.
We were on the Upper East Side and Nolan's like, oh my God, she's so chic. Oh my God, look at her dress. Oh my God, da, da, da. Oh my God, this is amazing. And I was like, he's like, this is the building where blah, 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 blah. And so built these $65 million apartments. And now they're going for $125 million. And I was like, And
I was like, I was talking because I do enjoy a good courtyard. And the buildings I was pointing at have lovely courtyards with big fountains.
But Nolan's very into architecture these days.
I'm currently reading an Architectural Digest article about Mila Kunis and Ashton Kutcher's sustainable farmhouse in Beverly Hills.
What are they growing?
No, they're not growing anything. It's just a farmhouse style.
Oh, excuse me. When you said farmhouse, I assumed
I love that it's like a farmhouse with emerald green velvet sofas. Like people on farms have emerald green velvet sofas. That's normal.
Yeah, that's totally normal. We have a lot going on. I have a video shoot. Nolan has a very important people shoot going on. And tell everyone about the call sheet.
Oh, yes. So we needed a dog. And so I said, well, why don't we use Schmutz? And my boss was like, oh my God, yes. And so this morning I sent it in the picture. And when I looked at the call sheet, when I got to the office, there was Schmutz's picture. It was very funny.
So it's like 3 supermodels and their names and their measurements and like all their stuff. And then Schmutz's picture is underneath the models. Funny. It is a little hilarious. So yes, he is going to be a model this week. And I'm very excited about it. I'm going to get him extra floofed for the big event. And it's going to be great. He's going to start making me some money. It's going to be amazing.
Oh my God, I love it.
I know. It's going to be so awesome. Nolan, What else is happening? What's going on? Fashion Week is, lo and behold, I got another text from another friend of ours today saying she can't wait for Fashion Week. You went to a DVF party. Tell us about that.
I did. Oh my God. It was the first post-pandemic party. And oh my God, it felt so good. It was like a fashion family reunion, I was saying. Everyone was so happy that we were drinking a lot of champagne. We were running around playing with, DVF dresses, and everyone was outside getting pictures taken, and everybody, the Vogue photographers were there. It was great. It was a lot of fun. Got some great pictures. Everybody was really excited to be there just because, we haven't seen each other in, a year and a half in some cases, and while I might have seen everybody individually at some point during the pandemic, we haven't been able to be all together, this whole crew of us that, we used to see each other 3 times a week, even not during Fashion Week, because we'd be going to the same influencer events or press events or parties or whatever it would be. We used to see each other every single week, and we haven't seen each other in a year and a half all together. So it was so nice. There was so much laughter. Everybody put on their best outfits. And it was really great. It was so much fun.
Was it showing a new collection?
It was allegedly showing a new collection.
Oh, I gotcha.
Allegedly is my favorite word. No. It was like a new collection launch or something, but I don't really know if anybody actually looked at the clothes. I think it was more of a social thing. It was hosted by the Daily Front Row. So it was like, it was fun. It was good. But even their editor only stayed 20 minutes, which I thought was kind of funny.
Was there food there? Because, that's most important.
Was there food there? No, which I thought was very reckless. How reckless of them to serve champagne with no bites.
What? Ugh.
No, because if you get people hammered, then they have to go home. It makes you a douche.
Nolan, when somebody at a party passes him with hors d'oeuvres, he goes, honey, just leave the tray.
Leave the tray.
All right. So Alexander McQueen is having his thing, which got canceled because of the verdict for the trial.
Yes, the trial of Derek Chauvin, the police officer who, killed George Floyd.
Yes.
So we were supposed to see the latest collection for Alexander McQueen, which, is my favorite, your favorite, everyone's favorite.
Ugh, love.
And a very dear friend of mine's favorite. In fact, the night before we were invited, her and I were out with some friends on Madison Avenue, and we were having some champagne and martinis at Match 65 on 65th and Madison, which is such a great place to hang. And we were walking home, and we walked by the Alexander McQueen window, and there was this incredible pale pink tulle strapless ball gown with this corset. And I just see my friend just staring up at it. She's like, that's so pretty. I'm like, yeah, I know. I said, why don't you buy it? She goes, I have nowhere to go. So anyway, the next day we got this invite. And so the 3 of us were going to go. And then they called us about 15 minutes before we were supposed to get in the car. And they said, don't bother coming. We're shutting down the store just in case, something happens. Because we just don't know what way it's going to go. I'm just happy it's rescheduled because I got the most lovely text from my friend who works for Alexander McQueen. And she's like, we're rescheduling, and this time it's uptown on Madison, which makes life so much easier.
So to explain what they're going to do.
So a lot of the time for VIPs and such, they will bring in the latest collection to view. They couldn't really stage a show because of being kind of on hold because of the pandemic. And now, it's a way just to sort of get people to see the latest collection. And designers have gotten really creative. But I love the fact that they're bringing it to New York. Inviting certain people to come look at it and see it in person. And I think you can place pre-orders if you're, like a good client of theirs. I think they can pre-order pieces for you.
I mean, I am certainly not a VIP, but I like to think I'm a VIP.
I was going to say yet. The emphasis is on the word yet.
And it's not.
Because this is going to be fair, because you're very into customer service. We're going to get there and you're going to be like,
Oh, it's not my fault that I'm in love with a girl who works there. She used to work at John Varvatos and was so fabulous. I was like, we love you. What's your name? Hang out with us. She was like, okay. And so she started hanging out with Nolan. And then now she's like, ooh, I don't work there anymore. I work at Alexander McQueen. And Nolan's like, I'm not that sad about it. So we have been following her career and we love her. And so we are very pleased to be invited to this event. So we will be going to this event.
So next week we will be going to Alexander McQueen. And she also said the magic words to me. She's like, everybody who comes gets a really special something from the brand. And I was like, excuse me?
We'll see.
Like, if it's like Alexander McQueen toilet paper, I'll take it. I don't give a shit.
Speaking of...
The only thing I can afford in that store right now, given my recent shoe purchases.
Speaking of customer service, Nolan takes Schmutz to Bergdorf's.
Of course, because it's our favorite place to go. I love Bergdorf's. The dog loves Bergdorf's. Everybody loves Bergdorf's. It is my happy place.
So he went there and then he was like, ooh, this dress would be great for Holly. So he goes in and starts shooting the shit with the guy like he always does and tell him them what they said about his customer who didn't show up.
He was like, so if you, she's like, do you really think she'll like this dress? I was like, yes, I just can't tell her how much it costs. Which is the funny thing is like, I know you well enough to know that if I told you what it costs beforehand, I can't. So I'm just gonna wait till you put it on and fall in love with it. Then I'll tell you.
Valid plan.
Which is fair.
Valid plan.
And so I said to him, yeah, no, I think she will, but there's also this jacket I think she'll really like. I was like, okay. So he goes, well, here, I can't really give these out. And I honestly don't think he meant to give it to me.
It just ended up in your bag somehow.
It ended up in my bag because I could just go, oh, thank you. And he's like, oh, yeah, you can keep it. I had a client. It was this, they had shot the entire pre-fall campaign in a hardcover book. And apparently they'd only gotten like 3 or 4 of them for the store and they were only for like VIPs or whatever. And he said to me, well, I had like a VIP appointment coming today and they canceled 15 minutes after they were supposed to be here. And she annoyed me. So why don't you take it?
Nolan loves that. We love that journey for us.
Yeah. And so today we were in the cab on the way to the frame store on Madison Avenue. And I just pulled out the hardcover Dior catalog. And I was like, we like this. We like this. What do you think about this? Have to have this. And then after our adventures at the frame store, which God, that was really fun. Cause I don't think they quite knew it hit us. Like I've worked with that manager before, but the 2 other people who were in there clearly had never seen me in there. So, I mean, I'm running around like a chicken with my head cut off. Holly's just got like an armful of shit. I have an armful of shit. We're like, let's just go try it all on. And they were so sweet, but also clearly so terrified because, I mean, we're a lot to handle. And then I was like, ooh, beige leather pants. I made Holly try them on. She comes out and I'm like, it looks like you're not wearing pants. They were so close in skin tone. Like no one should wear nude leather pants because it looks like you're just like forgot your pants at home.
Right. But I didn't. It's all good. It's all
not
good.
A good look.
And we were looking at the fabulous people on Madison Avenue. We were walking to dinner and we stopped by, and we're going to post the video, this shoe display from the School of Visual Arts here in New York City. And their students have made shoes out of anything that you could possibly imagine. So I'm looking at shoes made out of Chinese takeout boxes, of clocks, of pancakes, bubble tea. It's really, really cool. Was that not so cool, Nolan?
It was a lot of fun.
It was amazing. Puzzle pieces.
Although also it was because some of it was kind of terrible. Like the Chinese takeout one. I was like, I don't need some lo mein in my shoes, but thanks. Although you did fall in love with the most gorgeous tribal print dress in the window of Aquazzura. I mean, no, not Aquazzura. Sorry.
Altuzara. I mean, this was stop. What? Why don't I have this dress? It needs to be mine. So we did a lot of window shopping as we did.
It was very unhealthy.
Yeah, it was very unhealthy, but we have a very unhealthy relationship.
I mean, and you fell in love with like a turquoise sequin moment in the Ralph Lauren window.
It was teal. And I don't know why I love this so much because I'm not very conservative, but this
it would definitely be like a really good mahjong outfit.
Maybe if I knew how to play, but it was aqua straight leg pants with an aqua cap sleeve sequin top. Now, like I need more sequins, but it just was so chic and the monochromatic look. I just loved it. It was really cool.
And then you really pulled a fast one on me. You fell in love with a bag in the window of Bottega Veneta.
I know.
And I was like, you like that?
Yeah, it was weird.
It's this like rectangular shaped bag with a wooden handle that sort of looks like a coat hanger. And then it has the signature Bottega 85,000 pound chain wrapped across the front that is on some of their bags right now. That is really chic, but really does weigh 85,000 pounds. And she's like, I love that I've conditioned you to like the way Hermes works. Cause the first question she asks is, wait, so can I just like walk in off the street and buy that one or do I have to ask for it?
I mean, because dealing with,
You're like dealing with Hermes bags, we're, perpetually waiting for something.
Yes.
So, I mean, I'm only a little bit bitter that it's taken 4 months to get another bag. I'm like, excuse me, we told you 4 months ago, where's the bag? And she's like, we don't have anything.
Please me. It's okay. It's okay. It's the factories. It's slow. It's, their covers are bare. It's empty. I've shown my face in there a couple times. I bought a couple things. It's all good. Listen.
Oh, you did send me a picture. So I went to Hermes last week and literally the shelves are bare.
Bare. Nothing Nothing on the shelves. They have other bags
But also, I feel like they do it to themselves sometimes. And I'll tell you why. I called Hermes this weekend to try to get a jacket, to find the specific jacket for someone who shall remain nameless. And they're like, we only made it in a size 50. I'm like, you made a jacket and you only cut it in one size?
It's just rude.
How dumb are you?
I mean,
I was like, you spend all of that money to cut a pattern, just, make the fucking jacket, and you're going to make it in one size. I'm like, do you mean the others are sold out? She goes, no, we only made it in a 50. I'm like, that's so dumb. Who does that? That's like saying, I'm going to make this amazing dress, but only in a size 12.
Listen, you need to be on their marketing team. That's all I'm saying.
I mean, I don't think I have the patience. I feel like they're all probably really annoying.
So we went to the Hamptons.
Oh, you ventured out east.
Me and Jonathan went to the Hamptons and we shopped like it was our job.
God, you came home. Like I opened the door and you're like, we did something bad. I'm like, oh dear God. She opens the closet door and there's an entire carry-on. And I'm like, what is that? Your luggage? She's like, no, this is all the new stuff. I was like, oh, good Lord.
Listen, I brought Jonathan some gifts. We had an early Father's Day. It was great. And I shut the suitcase and I said, when this comes back, it's going to be empty because he's going to open his gifts. Yeah, that didn't really happen. We stayed in Bridgehampton. Amazing shopping. Went to this antique store. This woman named Barbara owns it. She's amazing. She's about as big as a minute. I have never seen more turquoise jewelry, more silver jewelry, Chanel jewelry. I mean, she has been sitting on this forever. And I mean, cases and cases and cases. I have videos of that too. We went shopping there. There was another store that we went to called Blue One and met an amazing couple there. We shopped there. Then we went to Southampton and shopped there, which was completely fabulous. Then we went to Sag Harbor. To me, that was the best shopping. I mean, the best. Ended up falling in love with this boutique. And inside was the designer of this line. It's called Love Benetti. And he was in there. He had dresses, whatever. Oh, you should try this on. You should try this. I tried this dress on. He's like, oh, I'm going to do a little bit here. I'm going to nip it here. I'm going to tuck it there. I'm going to add a snap here. I was loving it because everyone knows I'm a sucker for customer service. But I mean, what an amazing experience to be able to go in a store and actually talk to the designer. It was great. It's great, 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 great.
I love when that happens.
I mean, it was beyond.
Well, I really love being able to get, in the designer's mind. One of the best fashion memories I've ever had was the ability to go to the J. Mendel presentation. It was probably 2 or 3 years ago now, maybe 3 or 4 actually, because I always I feel like I lose a year when I think about the pandemic.
Right, exactly. Blackout year.
Everybody had like a 15-minute appointment and they only allowed 4 people in at a time. And so my appointment was at like 10:15. And it was in the penthouse of this fabulous hotel downtown. It was all glass. And you walk in and it was like being in this glass jewelry box with these huge mannequins with gorgeous tulle gowns all over them. And I remember walking in thinking, oh, we're just going to walk around and be done. No, this short little Frenchman comes around the corner. Fabulous. And he introduces himself. He says, hello, I'm Gilles. And I was like, wait a minute. Like, this is Gilles Mendel, the designer. And he walked each of us through the entire presentation and explained why he chose this fabric and this color and this texture and this length and all of it. And I was blown away. It was so incredible. I mean, it also was kind of cool because it's not like it's like some random fucking indie designer. I mean, it's J. Mendel who makes gowns for everybody. And so it was kind of cool to have like this creative genius take a minute and really explain, the things to me who, I mean, I'm still a nobody, but I was even more of a nobody then. Like, it was really amazing. I will never forget it. It was so cool. Because you just feel like you get a better understanding for the clothes.
Oh, totally. And he was like, oh, you're a big booty girl. You need this dress. He knew exactly what I needed. And he was like,
but I know exactly what you need or no.
Yeah. I mean, he was pretty decent. I mean, he was pretty good. He's like, this is going to make your waist look so skinny. This. And then he tried to sell me like some other Schmutz stuff, but I only picked what I really liked. And this dress is amazing. You will absolutely love it.
Show me that one.
I know, because he has it and he's going to send it to me and you're going to love it. It's great. It's a silk dress. It comes up and it's tiny around the waist and it hugs me in all the right places. So it's good. And it can go into transition fall. So I always think practical when I shop.
That's hilarious.
Okay, let's talk about practicality, Mr. I can't believe I bought these shoes. I'll eat next week. I'll be fine.
Okay, let's unpack that for a moment, shall we?
What? It's just a couple of days before I get paid. I don't have to eat tomorrow. It's all good.
Well, actually, wait, actually, it was very funny. So I finally caved and I bought black Gucci Jordan loafers, and I used my Bloomingdale's points. So it wasn't like I actually spent any money on them other than like $100. It was great. And well,
Well, the truth comes
I
out.
hadn't worn them yet. And the first night I was here, it's like, we're all going out to dinner. Let's wear them. And your husband comes out wearing the same shoes. And I was like, oh my God, I was about to wear the same shoes. So I was like, I'm not going to cramp your style, I promise.
Y'all could have been twinsies.
And then he's like, we can be twinsies. I'm like, that's true too. But I also hadn't worn them yet. So I didn't know like if they were going to be comfortable or not. So I'd worn them around my kitchen and they were super comfortable. But the second day I realized I didn't have socks that were super short. So I just wore them barefoot.
Oh,
and I walked 7.8 miles.
I mean, Nolan, is
I
that
know
really
that's
necessary?
dumb. I know it's dumb.
God.
So what happened was I took them off and I was literally bleeding.
Duh.
So Gucci Jordan loafers are actually very comfortable if you wear socks.
Now they're broken in.
Almost.
It's like when really, really, really pointy shoes were in like the early 2000s, I think it was. If you had to break in your shoes, you just went and got drunk and broke in your shoes. And that way your feet didn't hurt till the next day. It's a little secret. It's a little girl power secret.
Because I've heard you say that, I'll just get drunk and break them in.
Yeah. I'm
like, or you could just put them on with socks and use a hairdryer like normal people.
Well, that is true. That is a little hack as well. Let's just keep it real. Jonathan racked up when we went to the Hamptons. We loved the stores. We loved the environment. We loved it there. It was the first time we'd ever been to the Hamptons. It was not hot. Let's just keep it real. We tried to sit on the beach and that was an epic fail. Then we tried to walk on the beach at night and Jonathan's like, my feet are so cold. So that was a fail. But who knew in the middle of June it wouldn't be hot enough?
Well, I mean, the Hamptons, it's like a lifestyle.
It's a lifestyle.
I'm actually going to the Hamptons this weekend.
I know. It's a
I'm ditching you. Well, you're ditching me this weekend and I'm ditching you.
All right, fair.
It's happening.
What else do we have coming up, Noli? We have an amazing, amazing list of beautiful, amazing, fabulous, next level guests that are going to be on our podcast. We are in New York for a couple weeks. And Nolan is killing it and he is building up his resume and he is cashing checks and snapping necks. That's what I like to say. Tons of things going on in the fashion industry. Easy clothes. Loungewear is still happening right now. Every store I went into was selling sweats, loungewear, sweaters, no heels, sneakers. That's totally the vibe right now, especially in the Hamptons. Yeah.
Okay.
Totally the vibe. I did take a picture of a shirt that I really loved that said party animal on the back with fringe. I almost got that.
I think I would probably have had I don't even know what, a coronary.
There's another shirt that I took. It was a picture of, it's blurry, but it is chartreuse sequin short sleeve. And then in hot pink letters on the back, it said, I didn't ask for your opinion. Loving that.
I mean, I really don't know what to say.
I also took a picture of a rubber chicken purse because I have a client who has a crab boil every year and she has crab earrings and a crab tank top and a crab purse and a crab belt and shoes and this. So I took a picture of this rubber chicken purse. So if she ever decides to have a chicken themed party, she could carry this purse around. She would not let me get rid of that purse, by the way. So that was pretty cool.
Are you trying to give me a heart attack?
But I still cannot get over this antique store. I know I keep talking about it, but I mean, the Chanel jewelry, the silver jewelry, the amount of things that she had, the tchotchkes, the clothes. I mean, it's just so cool. It takes a long time and a lot of patience to really curate all that stuff. So it's nice to appreciate it because it sits around forever. And you know, all of her turquoise was like certified Indian turquoise. And I just love that kind of stuff. I love a boho type vibe.
You know me, I'm a jewelry fanatic. I actually was in a showroom today And there was all this fabulous jewelry. And then my friend I was with said, oh, the woman who owns the showroom, her husband owns Erickson Beeman jewelry. And I was like, oh, this makes so much sense. And it was just walls and walls and walls and walls and walls of Erickson Beeman jewelry. And there were headdresses and
What?
full body chains. It was nuts.
Sick. I love that. And don't think we're not planning our fashion week outfits like right now and our jewelry like right now.
That's true.
That is going to be the topic of conversation. Hope y'all don't get sick of hearing about it. But, we're going to have to do some coordinated looks. We're going to have some matching moments.
Oh, good Lord. I'm finally ready for a matching moment.
I know. We're going to have some matching moments. And do we have anything matching? We don't have anything matching right now.
Bracelets.
I mean, we have some, this doesn't really count, but we've got a lot coming up. But this was just a nice little recap of the beginning of our second part of our New York adventures. Because, let's be honest, it is an adventure every day. But we had an amazing time. Go to the Hamptons, go shopping in Bridgehampton first, and then go to Sag Harbor, the best.
I'm so glad you had fun.
Yes. I mean, there's another store called Ryland, which is a man's store. The guy who owns it has his dog there. That makes me happy.
Oh, you love a dog moment.
I did. We got a bunch of stuff there for Jonathan. That was in Sag Harbor. And everyone's just really kind. We just really loved it. So make that one of your shopping destinations.
Yeah, because that's totally approachable. Look at us being like, go to the Hamptons.
Go
that's
to the
normal.
Hamptons. I mean, it's only 2 hours from the city. We had never been before. We like a new adventure.
Didn't you go one time with Chloe?
No, I'd never been. I went a long time ago with a group of people who I didn't know. And we didn't.
That also sounds normal. Okay. Jeez Louise.
That was a long time ago when I was.
Oh, yeah. Nothing like a nice vacation with strangers.
Yeah, it was when I was swinging single and fancy free. But Nolan, we're back. We're glad that you're back on a good mental track.
You know me.
I know it's up and down like an emotional roller coaster.
Well, okay. Let me clarify that.
You always keep us guessing. Let's just.
I do always because listen, I am a fucking ray of sunshine. Let's be clear.
Are you though?
I think I am. I think I am a gift. I am a gift, and anybody who doesn't think so is just wrong.
I mean, a bottle of vodka in, you are a damn good gift. Let's be honest.
A bottle? You make me sound like Paula Abdul. I mean, geez.
All right, 3 martinis. Let's just put it that way. 3
that
martinis.
Was my sweet spot the other night, and then I just started hurling insults.
And then he was like, "Let's get a souffle." I was like,
that did happen the other night. I was like,
okay.
Let's get a souffle. Yeah, we're literally at the bar the other night at the Mark Hotel having a great time with everybody, with some new friends, some old friends. It's great. I'm on my second drink of the night. And again, now that I'm skinnier, I'm a little bit more of a lightweight. And
a little bit more.
Everyone's ordering cocktails. The girl waitress comes around here and like, I don't need another cocktail, but can I have an orange souffle? And she's like, what? And then later, so Holly leaves and goes home. I go downtown to pick up a friend and her friend, and we end up coming right back to the Mark. So that was a waste of an Uber, but whatever.
Ugh.
We sit down, and my other friend who's still there just decides, like, we're all ordering drinks. She just goes, can I have a cheeseburger?
Okay.
Cheeseburger comes, and I let my friend Kat and I literally take her entire thing of fries. And like we're sitting at the bar at the Mark just eating fries. Oh my God, it was so much fun.
But we had a great time making fun of the guys next to us because one guy was literally asleep.
Falling asleep.
No, falling asleep. He was dead asleep. And to watch them try to get him out of the bar.
Because he was drunkety drunk. He was, as my friend Kat would say, tipsy Tina.
It was just so gross. He was falling asleep in the chair like my dad falls asleep. Like it was bad. Anyway, they finally got him out. His friend was such an idiot. And they came back and
he fucking came back and started hitting on these 2 women who were like clearly not staying at the hotel and clearly not from New York.
And they come back in and Nolan looks up and goes, she's back.
I did. I mean, it was just, and then you look 20 minutes later and the girl's friend ditched her. And it's just this, like, this guy's probably in his 70s. This, like, 40-year-old woman who is, like, leaning in and, like, when pushing her boobs up. And we were like, girl, what are you doing? When you're falling
asleep, I don't mean nodding off. I mean legit asleep.
That was not what happened.
Legit asleep in a crowded-ass bar. And they were trying to be so polite. And I was just like, girl's got to go. Sorry. She got to go. She's bad juju up in here. Anyway, it was funny when they came back. So that was before the souffle. And then we got the souffle. And then apparently I went home and I missed the cheeseburger. And then that was it. So that was an exciting night. That was a very exciting night.
I mean, we're normal, right?
I mean, what? Like, that's weird. Okay. Anyway, I have a very important week coming up. Nolan has a very important week. Schmutz has a very important week. We will post the call sheet so everyone can see Schmutz's picture on the call sheet, legit, like he's a real dog model. I mean, I am never going to stop bragging about that. That's amazing. Nolan's like, and I'll be hearing about this for the next 4 months. Okay, then.
I know. I should have just said no.
He's not available. Sorry.
I should have said, I'm sorry. He's he is otherwise engaged.
He's booked. He's booked on another shoot. Okay. This has been great. Nolan, I know it's late. I know you're tired. You have done us
I am tired. I mean, I'm good, but I'm tired.
I know, but you have graced us with your presence. We appreciate it.
So exciting.
And this is so great. Let us know what's going on with your life, what you need, what you want advice about, what designers you want to hear from. Let us know what.
I mean, I did go to Naeem Khan's showroom today, and let's be honest. 1, he is such a lovely man. 2,
we've been to his show.
We have been to his show. One of the first big, huge shows I ever went to was Naeem Khan. Oh my God, this showroom. And it's like in the garment district, like the shitty, gross, smelly garment district. And it's in this old ass building and it looks like it's going to be disgusting. You walk in and the lobby, like downstairs, is all concrete. It's beautiful. And then I'm like, the guard desk was empty. So that was fucking weird. So you just walked right in. We go up to he has the entire top floor and you walk out of the elevator and there's an elevator like vestibule and it's all painted like dark brown with these huge, must be 14-foot tall oak doors that are painted like dark brown or black with these huge glass doorknobs. It is so chic. We open the doors to walk in and it's this huge, it almost looks like a ballroom. And in the center are these spotlights with 2 huge racks of gowns under each spotlight. It was like the angels were singing.
Okay, can you be best friends with him so we can go to the show?
We can go to the show anyway. Just need to buy a dress, which means you might need to sell a kidney first. But priorities.
Nolan, get on it. Okay. It's funny. We have other.
I know where they hang out. His wife is a designer too. I know where they hang out.
Okay. Amazing. We might just show up. You never know.
It'll happen.
We like to call it no boundaries, but you know.
Some people call it overstepping boundaries. We like to say we have the mindset of not having any because we like to be inclusive. Other people call it harassment.
And Nolan says with my clients, I like to have no boundaries because, you know.
I'm like, you can't make everyone a Tinder profile. She's like, why not?
I know. Just because I created a successful marriage. I mean, more on that later.
Oh, God. I've heard about the marriage 9 times. Oh, my God. Please make it stop. I'm going to go stab myself with a screwdriver.
They met because of me. Okay. Now they're getting married. You're welcome. If there were any chance of me going to hell, it is now erased. I have redeemed myself.
I'm still going to hell. What's the difference?
Listen, it's okay. We'll keep each other company. Okay.
I like the heat. I enjoy the heat.
You'll be schwitzing.
I will be schwitzing. I should bring my fan.
Please bring the attachment to your phone. You know what?
No, I was talking about my 2 pink fans. I have one that's rose gold. My fabulous friend bought me, and then I have one that was a souvenir from a fashion show that says "I love pretty" on it.
Oh,
that is fucking humongous. Like you could eat a pizza off of this fan. And it has had many iconic moments. The most iconic of which being at Us Weekly's most stylish party. Super drunk Nolan, super drunk housewives. Super drunk friends, and it was a terrible picture. I look like I'm plotting a murder in it.
I hope they show again because they give away fun goodie bags.
I do. Yeah, I do love a good goodie bag. They also have these headphones that were in the shape of a stethoscope.
I know. I gave those to my friend.
They were fucking weird.
It was like a doctor stethoscope.
Because they actually were painful to wear.
And they came in this giant box. This was in the goodie bag at the fashion show, and they were earphones. So can you see yourself like walking around like a doctor with a stethoscope?
He's like jogging with the stethoscope in.
It's all good. It's all good. These are my earphones. Anyway, we have got to go. Okay, stay tuned for more. This has been amazing. Nolan, thanks for taking one for the team, recording this late, coming to New York, killing it, helping me, being with Schmutz, getting Schmutz a modeling contract. I mean, I can't even begin to tell you the list of things that you have done because you, my friend, are killing it. This has been Fashion Crimes Podcast. Please hit us up, send us snail mail, hit us in the DM. Let us know what you're thinking. What do you want? Who do you want to hear from? We've had a great time here. We've got a lot of good guests coming up, and make sure you tune in, download, listen, and subscribe. And this has been Holly and Nolan, your favorite personal stylist, celebrity stylist, and we are out.